25 years ago, today, Air India Flight 182, flying from Toronto, was blown up over the Irish Sea. All 329 people aboard were killed. This evening, Prime Minister Harper acknowledged that the bombing wouldn't have happened if not for mistakes by Canadian security services. And then he apologized. Last night, our senior correspondent, Terry Milewski, told us that apology was coming, and tonight he was there as it was delivered. Terry.
Well, Peter, many of the Air India victims' families have wondered for years if they would ever hear this, because successive governments, Liberal and Conservative, have always refused to admit any mistakes. But now, John Major's report of last week has made that refusal impossible.
We are sorry.
It was Stephen Harper who appointed the inquiry, and it fell to him on this 25th anniversary finally to apologize.
I stand before you, therefore, to offer on behalf of the Government of Canada and all Canadians an apology for the institutional failings of 25 years ago and of the treatment of the victims of the families thereafter.
But Harper went further. In another first, he urged politicians of all parties not to pander to extremist groups in Canada by attending parades like this one in Surrey, BC 3 years ago, where Talvinder Parmar, the mastermind of the Air India bombing, was honored as a martyr.
And let me address, as the families of the victims have asked me to do, my fellow political leaders of every stripe. It is incumbent upon us all not to reach out to, but rather to marginalize, to carefully and systematically marginalize those extremists who seek to import the battles of India's past here.
For the families, Harper said what needed to be said.
It is a nice first step, but there is a long way to go, and on the hard issues, they still have not moved.
It is a bit too late, and it is a bit of relief, too.
And I certainly hope that we can have a role in making sure that Justice Major's recommendations are carried out.
So Harper went a long way to saying what the families wanted said, but not everything. The government has not committed to following up on Major's other recommendations, like plugging holes in aviation security and setting up a national security czar. All of that is still ahead. Peter.
All right, Terry, thanks very much. Terry Milewski here in Toronto.